Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Extreme Unicorn Warfare, and he is back in his WZ-11114. Close enough. This is of course a tier 10 game on Live Oaks, and we are in the tier 9 Chinese heavy tank. So this should be a fun game. Before we get started, as always, please do hit the like button, is what I was trying to say, but not what I was trying to say, you know, because I was trying to talk about supporting the channel. And so, of course, if you want to support the channel, one of the best ways you can do so is to pull more people in, invite your friends, especially if you're starring. Make sure everybody gets to see how awesome you are and all that awesome goodness. So, currently, we're going to be watching Extreme Unicorn, but I believe on this coming weekend I'll be releasing another That Just Happened video, and I'm gonna put it out to the Patreon supporters first. So if you want a chance to see it before anyone else, then it'll cost a little bit, but it'll be like $1 or something like that if you want to see it early. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. As we get into the game, our first shot misses. That is hopefully not going to tell us how this is going to end up. Now, this is Extreme Unicorn. He's still a unicorn, and, well, yeah. That AMX is kind of wishing he wasn't. Poor CDC in a tier 10 game is never going to work out the way he wants it to. Almost getting hit by artillery, immediately fixing whatever that was. We must have lost a crew member. I didn't say which crew member, most likely our driver. But we're gunning him. Either way, fixed immediately, and then... Wait, did you just bounce a Batchat from the front? I mean, I've heard of bouncing a Batchat from the side, but... It's been a long time since I watched a Batchat bounce around and coming straight at it. From, like, the front. Of course, the 61 just bounced one off the side of our turret, didn't he? Or was that... No, he in fact shot the wrong plate. He shot this side of our armor plating and bounced it because it was at such an opaque angle. GW takes another track, and this time takes both of our tracks. Takes whatever. Details of me and talking, apparently. Batchat is trying to sneak shots over this ridge line and gets himself taken out of the game. He must have known we were looking at him, but I guess he thought we'd fired already and we were waiting on a reload or something, or he could juke the shot out, or that he was just better than we were, or something like that. Anyways, either way, he managed to get himself taken out without doing anything in return. So that's helpful for us. And we haven't lost very many hit points, and the teams we're actually winning right now, which is really great. Now this Type 61 is about to die. You missed the Capola of Type 61. Okay. We'll forgive that. It's just it was kind of disappointing, right? I mean, we all thought he was dead, and then it missed. Wait, are we getting shot from behind? Oh, where'd this guy come from? Where'd that guy go? Got hit in the back by E4, and I think we did damage to him. It's hard to tell, but I'm pretty certain we did. That was kind of the end of that, and that, look at that. Patriot had 2 stars on him, kills the 140, and still manages to die. I was thinking Unicorn had 2 stars on here, but he doesn't. He only has the 1. So maybe this game can help push him towards the second. We got... The town is lost. And the friendlies are pinging our Patriot, thinking that he should have been over in the town instead of over here. But it's really neither here nor there at that point in time. They really need to be pushing in, and they're not. They're waiting back here for sniping opportunities, and this just isn't going to happen the way they want it to. All it's going to do is, well, leave them farther out of the fight. Oh look, a GW Tiger. Huh. No more picking on me things, right? I mean, just that ain't happening ever again. Okay, so might get in range of this AMX in a second. We're definitely looking for the STRV who was around here, but has since vanished. Most likely he's either in this ditch over here or on this hill. And my bet is actually he's on the hill. That looks to be the Extreme Unicorn's opinion too. Seeing the Object 704, he tries to take a snapshot at it, unfortunately missing, and 704 kind of gets away. He gets hit by the E5, but it's not going to kill him, the Patriot. And so now we're in a kind of a not a good position. The enemy team has a scout tank, we don't, but we have a Lorraine, so we still have the artillery advantage. Really, all we need to do is spot things and let artillery do some work. Looks like our E4 is pushing back towards the base, and that must be our E1. Looks like going back towards the base was a good option. E4 is going to be able to catch an enemy E4 in the cap. Hopefully get some shots on him. Looks like Warfare's going to try this cross map. We'll have to see if that hits later on. Right now we have no idea if that hit or not. You just gotta push it. Oh, look, there is not who I was expecting. That is exactly where I was expecting him to be. Unfortunately, our Roomba goes down, but our artillery takes it the E4. So anytime you can trade a Roomba for an E4, that's a worthwhile trade. Getting hit by the EMX tells us he's probably in this area somewhere, hiding in a bush and just doing spotting. Unicorn is backing up as much as he can because he does not want to be in range of the 1390. He really wants to be over here where he's not having to defend against everyone all at once. He just wants one guy to try and shoot at one time. And currently it will be the Panzer. Panzer Camp Wagon, is it? I think so. 7. Anyways, he tracked him up on the ridgeline and got some assistance from the Patriot, but it wasn't really enough. He's still gonna take a shot here in a second. We're not. Ooh, gun reloaded just in time to avoid us taking a shot. Unfortunately, our artillery just splashed us, and we had to move a heal kit because of our own artillery. That is just irritating at best. Our friends are having a nice little chat in chat there, and now we're our problem right now. Sorry for the as yes, STRV has the hill over here, and the zone of war is nearby him. We really cannot challenge that without either being able to get to the step or into the city where we can put something between me and him. You could push up here, but more likely you're not going to be able to get underneath their guns before they rip you apart. And so there's no real worth in doing that. Extreme Unicorn is going to just push on back. So he's most likely going to go all the way back to his base and then try it from there. Now there is a Scorpion G around here somewhere. And Extreme Unicorn is warning the E5 not to do that. He doesn't listen and gets killed. It's telling me there's a Scorpion here, or maybe on this hill as well. Of course, it could definitely be down here, but most likely it's there or right there. And so when they kill this 1390, they're going to have to push a very interesting position of 3 tank destroyers. And I don't know what language these guys are speaking, but it's all good. STRV has moved all the way up. Looks like we took a snapshot under the tracks, and unfortunately we're not able to connect. That is unfortunate. Unfortunately, with that scout tank, it's going to be really hard to get eyes on anybody. Now, E4 we can kind of use as a scout because it's heavy enough armored that it's going to be hard for the bad guys to punch rounds through it, but really, this is just going to be annoying. So we're waiting currently, so I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because, 39 thought he was going to be aggressive and come over the ridgeway. He doesn't, he backs on off, and Extreme Unicorn is just not able to go after him. As much as he might want to, there are 3 tank destroyers that will be aiming this way. He's trying to pop his, instead of just popping over, he wants to ease his gun over so he can aim along the railway track without exposing more of his tank than he has to. Looks like, nope, not quite able to take the shot right then. He is, however, making it easier for the E4 to come along and help him. But it looks like 1390, I wonder if he's just going to run parallel to us. I was wondering if we're going to be able to shoot him under this bridge. That looks like a Scorpion. That is a Scorpion. Unfortunately, not able to hit the snapshot. E4 looks like he's going after the 1390. He does, in fact, take out 1390. They might cost him his life, though. No, he's still alive. There's somebody on the cap. It's most likely it's a 704. Could be the SRV. But, unfortunately, only 1 HE shell remaining. Scorpion gets stunned, and that is going to allow us to be a lot more precise in our shooting because Scorpion's going to be a lot less dangerous now. Nice job, 600 damaged out, and that is almost a one-shot. He's gonna hopefully be able to, nope, he did in fact just absorb with his tracks. Thinking he was gonna try and dodge or bounce the shot. He didn't bounce it, he did, however, absorb it. So it worked out quite well there. Now he's only got one other guy to hunt down. As our E4 takes out the 704. Now, still an STRV, still very, very dangerous. And I'm fairly certain it's on most, if not all, of its health. There we go. It's on like 2/3 of its health. It's firing at our overhang currently. I shot into it, taking it down to half health. And now E4 is going to pop up and do some damage. Probably the rest of it, actually. No, looks like we're going to reload and fire, and the STRV takes out D4, but then the Lorraine takes out the STV, and that is a win. Nice job. Ace Tanker, Spotter, Bruiser, Shellproof, Duelist, and Fire for Effect. This was a well-played game. Also manages to snag the top gun in there. Look at that. All that damage. All that. That was a great game overall. 5,000 damage dealt. Our Scorpion deserves props for its 4,000. Everyone else on the team, though, kind of fell a bit short. Enemy team, this guy deserves props. Anytime you can get 5,000 damage, you definitely get some props. And like that, 1,900 spine damage, just because why not, and some damage blocks, just to kind of add to it. Unfortunately, not making any money off this, but still worth it. Thank you so much, Extreme Unicorn, for sending this in, and thank you all for watching. Please do pull your friends into the channel, especially if you're starting the video. As the more people we get in the channel, the more awesome games we get to watch, and the more the channel helps to grow. Thank you all. I'll see you later. This is ioEther out.